Hi fellas, welcome to Friendship Shaving. Got some lovely products to share with you in today's shave, and it is a straight razor shave today. I have my lovely Taylor 1000 razor, which I've restored myself, and I'm very pleased with the end result. A razor maker from Sheffield. Put my little blue cover in place. Today I'm revisiting some items from the Byron Shaving Company. Have a little Lather Genie bowl, which I've created a lather in, and got a lovely little 22mm shaving brush, and this one is part of their razor grip range. And the soap today, gentlemen, is number 2, and it is a sample that I received a while ago. I have used it before from Mr. Murray's Grooming Products. And I will tell you more about all these items as I get going. Now, I've been playing with this little bowl all week, and let me tell you, I can knock up a lather in this within a couple of minutes easily. It is a little bit messy on the brush, but it works very well indeed. And I've got what I think is a light, wet lather today that should work very well with this straight razor. One hopes. There we are. I'm just going to put this down where I can see it and where I can pick up a drop more soap. There we are, guys. That will do, I think, for that. Just dry my hands. I'm about ready to go. Now, guys, the last few times I shaved with a straight razor, I've nicked myself, and I'm hoping that's not going to happen today. I have come to realise that I don't stretch my skin as much as I used to when I first started shaving with a straight razor. I think I've become a little bit complacent, and maybe because I've had a lot on my mind recently, that complacency has meant that I've nicked myself a couple of times. So today, I'm going back to stretching in the hope that I will remain nick-free from my lovely straight razor. Now, as I've said, this is a Taylor's Eyewitness razor. And the Eyewitness trademark was granted in 1838, and it is said that the inspiration for the trademark was from Shakespeare's Henry IV, Part 1, where there is a line, "No eye hath seen such." There we are, that is apparently the inspiration. Behind the all-seeing eye. And it's quite fascinating to be able to find out little snippets of information like that. Now this razor has had an edge on it that is sharp, really sharp, and yet I've had a few good shaves with it, but I found that there was just something lacking in the blade, so I took it to my Vermeo natural stone and just polished that edge a little further, and I've put it right. Whatever was going on there, it is much better now, and I've got a razor that is actually lovely to shave with. The edge is sharp, but it feels quite smooth. And just as I went up into my nose there, with the end of the razor, you can see the advantage to the rounded razor end. Very easy to shave around the nose with such a razor. There we are, first pass. Are we there? What's going on over here? There we are. That is actually a lovely razor now. Now the soap. Mr. Murray's soap. There we are. Now this was a sample of a vegan soap, and the scent is based upon Penhaligon's Juniper Sling. And I know when Graham first sent it to me, I thought, oh, juniper, I'm not sure about this. But it is lightly scented with juniper, and there are other things going on, of course, as well as the juniper, and It is, I find, a very nice, lightly scented soap. I have had a soap before that was very strongly scented with juniper, and honestly I found it to be horrid. But this is really not like that at all. It was meant to have been bought out for the summer, but life got in the way and its introduction has been delayed. But come August, when Graham gets back from his holidays, we should see the introduction of this soap, and it will be called Red or Black in Monte Carlo. And the red or black references a roulette wheel. So there we are. As I say, a vegan soap. So it took me this morning a little more soap to lather than normal, but you know, very nice lather nonetheless. Got a lump of soap there. I'll just shave that off. Now the little bowl that I've been using is 4 inches across the top. The diameter. No, the radius? Anyway, 4 inches, yeah. Diameter. And it is 2 inches deep. And I noticed that Maggard razors have a few of these in. So John is expanding. I'm very pleased to see that. It's a very good design on it. As I say, it knocks up a lather very quickly. And I've got the lovely razor grip brush with a rubberized base, and that is very comfortable, very definitely non-slip. As is the base on the bottom of the bowl. And if you wanted a nice warm lather, you could take your stainless steel bowl out, or you could just put hot water in it, pour the water out, build your lather. Clever, very clever idea. So I'll put all the details and the links below, guys. Just thought for a moment there, I'm doing well this week. I haven't nicked myself. Have I doomed myself here? Now, that was dangerous. Did you see what I did? I put my razor on and then I went, yeah. That's a better position, because I've got a nice flat surface then. When I did that, I kind of that bit of skin there, which was about where I cut myself the other week. Look, somewhere around here. Anyway, there we are. Carefully does it this week. Now, just as I'm finishing this side of my face, I'll tell you that. Do you know, it's the talking. If I would just shut up, I'd be all right. I sent a little box of some goodies off to a gentleman this week in South Africa. So Gavin, if you're watching this, I do hope you enjoy those when you receive them. And next week, guys, which will be a safety razor week, we're going to have a giveaway on the channel. So make sure you're here for the next safety razor shave. It's been a little while since we had a giveaway, and I thought, yeah, it's about time. There we are, guys. No nicks or cuts. Hey, yippee-ki-yay. That's great. I was beginning to wonder. I'm just going to rinse my face off. We'll use some cold to rinse with. I was asked in the comments this week, well, a couple of weeks ago actually, but I only just answered it this week with everything that's been going on, whether I was a cold water shaver. And generally the answer is yes, but I'm not a slave to cold or warm water. There's no heating in this room, so in the winter sometimes on a very cold day, when I come in from the warmth of the hallway, I can feel a little cold in here. So generally in the winter on a very cold day, I would just have a little drop of hot water in with my cold just to warm it up slightly so that it's not freezing cold, coming straight out of the cold ground. So yes, in the winter I use slightly warm water, and usually in the summer I'm cold water, but yeah, just if it's a cold day I'll just add a drop of hot to my water, just so it's not such a shock. But there we are. Now guys, back into ticks. Hello again. So I'm going to use this one, whose name has just gone right out of my head. Oh. Skin bracer. know, for some reason I had Barbicide in my head. I couldn't get rid of it. I was going Barbicide, Barbasol. I had to stop thinking about it for just a second before it would come. Oh, thought I'd knocked my notebook off there. So just a final thing, guys, I've decided to look around and buy a lovely ceramic shaving bowl. And so I've been looking around and looking for a really nice one. So if you have any recommendations, or you've seen something that you particularly like the look at, send us a link in the description if you can. I don't know if it allows links, but just mention where it's from and I'll find it out. So that's my shave for today, guys. Thanks very much indeed for joining me. And remember, I'll see you next time around for a giveaway. Bye-bye now. Take care, fellas.